1-869-452 and 1-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. And let me remind you, before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest.
That dates both of us right there.
Agent B is in the house. Brian Bartholomew is with us. Welcome.
Thanks, man. How many times is this now?
I don't know. I lost count, but you know, I figured you and I are both old enough to know that soundbite. I know there's some folks that we've had on the broadcast. I played that. In fact, we're gonna have to ask Josh to get us something for the younger crowd that'll recognize that. I mean, us old folks. I noticed you smiling, so I got that you recognize the tune. So you must have been there too.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter, there you go. Let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it. Well, let me try and turn my mic down. It's apparently I'm overexcited this morning. It's a beautiful morning, and I guess I got a little extra chill in my step here, so I'm blowing out our engineers. But hey, let's see if we can find something to celebrate today. Should we find a celebration of the day? National Shapewear Day. I don't even know what National Shapewear Day would be, but being that I have round is a shape, isn't it? I'm just checking. I think round is a shape. I fit for that one. Today's National Lazy Day. Okay, so I can deal with that one as well. And having beaten anorexia, that's where we generally look to is whatever helps me with my beating at my battle with anorexia. And yes, I have beaten it. So today, National S'mores Day. So I think we can go with s'mores. I enjoy s'mores. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. That interesting. They've been around. They've been jumping a bit as usual. So again, we're on one of those times when there's not a huge amount of data driving the market. So the Dow Jones now, it is 135 points up. S&P 500 is up 964. NASDAQ down 44 points. Oil up $1.97 a barrel. Well, we know why oil is going to go up, going to continue its rise. Well, it's one of those things where, you know, the government, the U.S. government, has this battle against oil. And they want us to pay more money. They like the idea of us paying more money. It's called stiff the public. I think that's their mantra. Well, let's see what else they're doing. They just passed another $1 trillion infrastructure bill. $1 trillion. That was the Senate. Now, think about this. They tell you it's for infrastructure. Then they tell you, well, it's all paid for except 35% of it. Well, it is either all paid for or it is not all paid for. And in my world, if you don't pay for 35% of something, you're in trouble, right? Try going to a grocery store and saying, you know something, I just bought a $20 steak and I'm going to pay you $14 for it and I'm going to leave. Put the other on my tab. I will never pay that back. Well, that's the government. That's what they're doing right now. They haven't told us a word. You haven't seen on any of the mainstream media, have you? I mean, right here, we reported it yesterday. page 508 of the bill. No, I didn't read it. I did get a summary, but page 508 of the bill, they are actually talking about taxing more on everybody. Now, I know the administration says, no, we're not going to tax everybody, only those people earning over $400,000 a year. But let me ask you this very simple question. Do you earn over $400,000 a year? I'm going to say the vast majority of Americans are going to say no, they don't earn over $400,000 a year. Do you drive a car? I'm going to say the vast majority of Americans do drive a car, and they've got in there a pilot program for a tax on mileage. Now, there is nothing that in the government that is ever so long-term as a new tax, right? A government program, anytime they say a temporary program, well, temporary in the government's mind is defined as the rest of your life and anybody you know's life. Your unborn children, your unborn grandchildren, this is going to be temporary until the day they die. So taxing mileage. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to send somebody out to our house to try and figure out how many miles we drove this week, this month, this year? I don't know. I know if Elizabeth Warren gets her way, she wants you to send in a asset report every single year so she can decide how much she wants to tax of it. Right now, the conversation is 7%. Now, the Senate passes this bill, $1 trillion. What do they do immediately following the passage of this $1 trillion bill? They start on another bill to spend another $3.5 trillion by their numbers, $5 trillion by the Congressional Budget Office. Claims they're nonpartisan, but they're partisan, right? So they're going to spend all this money. Yeah, but you get to pay for it. And oh, by the way, do you like the inflation you're already seeing? Gas prices, we've talked about that on a regular basis on Ron Siegel Radio, where your gas prices are going. Now, I know that some of us on this broadcast don't have to pay over $100 per tank of gas. We were talking about this just before we went live today. But then again, if you're only putting a quarter of your tank in, you're okay. You can stay under 100. So if you have that, well, I guess you have to have a 20-gallon tank or 30-gallon tank. Put a quarter in and you'll stay under $100. It's crazy. Now think about that. And I shared this with you. I showed you the numbers that in the last year, gasoline, what the gas has increased. So gas in California alone. We're not going to go with the whole country. California gets to lead the country in taxing people. We do a very, very good job of that. So average gas prices in California. Well, let me get back and see if I can get the country on here because I just hit the wrong button. But California, let's look at just on California. All right, so we're at $4.39 per gallon of gasoline. Ow! That is our current price in the state of California. $3.19 last year. Now, let's drop the pennies because it's just about the same anyway. That's a 25% increase in gasoline prices. Then you're going to throw this new tax on that they just came up with today, another tax on the gasoline. So 25% increase. Did you get a 25% increase in your salary? Yeah, probably not. So that's where we're headed right now. Let's take a look at real estate because that's what we do on Ron Siegel Radio. So this report just came out from the New York Federal Reserve. New York Federal Reserve. They're a semi-credible source, so we do give out their statistics. So think about this one. They're looking at a survey, inflation expectations 4.8%. That's just straight inflation. Now, we talked yesterday that we've got an increase of wages, private sector. That means anything but the federal government. That's state, local, private industry. Was up 3%. So we're losing 2.8 or 1.8 right there just on inflation. Federal Reserve came out, that same New York Fed came out and said they expect real estate prices in the coming year to increase by 6%. 6% increase in real estate prices. Now, the last 2 years, that's been a conservative number. The last 2 years, it's been way more than that. But 6% is what they're forecasting now. Here's the number I want to share with you because this is the scary number. If you're not in real estate right now, how about rent? The New York Fed came out in the same forecast. They're saying rent is due to increase by 10% this coming year. So do you want to buy a house? Do you want to rent a house? Now, we've got a chart. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing a chart of rent since 1988. And I use the same analogy all the time. I don't know, Agent B, if you're a skier or not, but look at this ski slope that goes from
looks double diamond. Looks double diamond to me, my friend. A little dangerous.
Yeah, double. Well, that's the last 10 years, right? That goes from 2013 till 2021, and you know it better than me. Double diamond. I was never a good skier, so I look back at 1988 to 2000. That kind of looks like a bunny slope right there, right? And that's about as good as I could possibly do in skiing. I just throw that out there. I do very, very well in the lodge. I can handle the lodge. I can handle the beverages, the libations. Maybe it's because I'm old. But the bottom line right here is that rents are increasing. If you're not in the game buying a piece of real estate right now, well, you might be missing out. You are missing out. The question is, how long will you miss out? And we're going to chat more with Agent B about that one when we come back. Looking for a place to call home. Maybe you want to consider a condo. We'll talk about that. And oh, yes, we've got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the new number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Building your future wealth starts now. Take action and put your money to work for you instead of working for your money. Are you sitting on $100,000 of home equity? Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Blue Water Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Owners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit RonSiegelRadio.com. Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero, and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva, they've got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And hey, let's look at the markets. The Dow Jones now up 142 points. The NASDAQ down 34.64. S&P 500, it's up 10.13. 10-year Treasury, it's up 2 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities, they are down 14 basis points. Why is this happening? Well, we did get the NFIB report. That's the Small Business Optimism Index. Decreased by 2.8% in July to 99.7, below expectations of 103.3. Why? Well, pretty simple. People aren't going back to work. They see the infrastructure bill causing more inflation, what's going on with the perception of COVID issues. Small businesses not too excited about that one, so that's driving the market. We're also looking, I told you about what we're seeing in the way of the Federal Reserve and their consumer expectations survey. CoreLogic released their loan performance insights showing that loans 30 days or more past due remained at 4.7% in May. 90 days plus saw an improvement, 3.3% to 3.2%, which is the lowest since last June. Foreclosures remained at a very subdued 0.3%. These are positive figures to see in the face of everything. That is the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Breaking news. This one is a real surprise. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo just resigned. It's happened in the last couple of minutes, comes across the feed. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, so that one has not, it's been a while. He's been saying that he's not going to resign, but, you know, and it fascinates me because he just got out of favor with his own party. Now, I don't know whether he did what he was accused of doing or not. He's innocent in my mind until proven guilty. But here's the fascination. And this is what's going on in our country right now. It's scary. Right? So you've got a attorney general in the state of New York that has aspirations to be governor, comes out with a report saying that the governor did these heinous acts. I don't agree with them if it's true. But the question is, she didn't charge him with anything. So why would that be? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm just throwing it out there to you. That is the breaking news. But hey, let's get into our topics of the day. Agent B is on the line with us. Actually, he's on the screen with us too. So you can actually, if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or any of our socials, ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you can actually see Brian Bartholomew. He's with us, a guest here on Ron Siegel Radio. How are you doing there, Brian?
Fantastic.
It's a great day to be in real estate right now. It's are things still as crazy now? You focus heavily North Orange County, I think. Is that correct?
I'm kind of everywhere, but I like to focus North Orange County. But yeah, it's the market's crazy. I love when people say, you know, I'm not going to attack you on this one, but I love when people say, man, it's great to be in real estate right now. And it's just kind of like, I had a financial guy tell me that the other day. I said, you must be just rolling the money. I said, oh yeah, man, the stock market's up 35 grand. You must be just crushing it right now. It's just like, you have no idea how difficult it is to be in real estate right now. You know,
why is this? What's the biggest challenge you're facing, or the families you service is facing?
Well, I mean, if we got buyers, I feel like I've gone from being a realtor to being more of a psychologist or a coach. It's just like training people, getting them ready, and making them realize that you're not going to win your first race. Just understand there's going to be a lot of disappointment out there. And when I'm dealing with sellers right now, the biggest thing I'm dealing with is just trying to temper expectations and have people realize what offers are coming in and what's happening with the market and what's realistic to ask for a house, or to sell their house for. And there's a lot more skilled discussions going on now than there were 2 years ago, I think.
So, but generally we see that in a time like this, when the markets are so strong, generally we see a lot of unskilled individuals come into the market because they look at it and say, hey, it's a piece of cake. You throw a sign up and the house sells.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that right now?
And you hear that from consumers as well. Why do I need you? I just put a sign in my yard and my house will sell itself. That's the same thing with agents coming into it going, this is easy, man. My brother's going to sell his house. I'm going to sell his house for him. And then they don't realize how difficult it is to put all that together, and the offers start coming in, and the legality of things and dealing with personalities, and it can go sideways pretty quick.
So how are you dealing with that issue as far as with the buyer? From the buyer side, first off, let's talk about the buyer disappointments. What's your counsel to them?
Well, I mean, like I said, I think it's all about setting expectations at the very beginning. If they say, look, I can afford like a $700,000 house, I say, well, let's not start looking at $700,000 houses. Let's start looking at 650, 660. We can look at 700, but with the market the way it's going, 700 is going to turn into 730 pretty quick. And unless you're ready to pay $200 a month more for your loan, we got to stay at a different level. You got to start talking about lenders like yourself and other lenders and saying, you need to find a lender that can remove contingencies quick. You need to find people that can communicate well with others and play with others well, because that's another thing. It's just I've found that going through this last couple of years, and I hope I'm not one of them, but I found there's a lot of, I don't know, hubris or arrogance or whatever it is with other agents thinking that they know it. Just like, and things are constantly changing, and they think they know something better than somebody else because they've been in the market longer or something else. But it's just, you have to talk to clients. I talk to every one of my clients as if they're brand new. It doesn't matter if I've done 5 deals with them, because the market's so different right now, and just setting those expectations, and here's what's going to happen, and here's what we need to do to be prepared. I have a client right now that's been emailing me most of the morning going, can we go see this house? Can we go see this house? And for a week, I've been saying, you got your pre-approval yet? It's like, it's well, I want to put an offer on this house, but I can't put an offer on the house. You don't have a pre-approval yet. And it's like,
yeah, it's amazing how often that happens. That so many people they don't realize that you're telling them that for their own good. It's not just because you're looking to create work for them. It's just that from what I see on the lending side, now you do listings as well. Most listing agents won't even entertain an offer that doesn't have a credible pre-approval or pre-underwrite. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah. We won't even take a. I mean, I got an offer on a house today. We had like 10 offers on this house in the last couple of days, and one of them wasn't even a pre-approval; it was a pre-qualification, which means they hit a couple buttons on a keyboard. And it pumped them out a little pre-qual from their Bank of America account, and they haven't even talked to the lender yet. It's like we can't take that. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's amazing how that's still going on, and no matter how often the realtors and the media and lenders say the same thing. Hey, we like to go one step further. It's our desire at Ron Siegel Radio and the team over at Geneva. They like to just get pre-underwritten ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right. Because that way, when you as an agent go in there, you can check that box J4 that says no loan contingencies. Does that make a stronger offer in your mind?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, this goes back to the discussion of, agents or lenders or whatever that just aren't experienced or just desperate. They become used car salesmen. They just want to show anybody houses as many times as possible. They're working volume. hey, if I can show houses every single day to everybody and just, or write as many pre-qualification letters as I can to everybody, I'll land a couple, and it hurts their clients. And these are the agents that come to me and say, man, we've missed out on like 15 homes. I'm like, you missed out on 15 homes. What are you doing wrong? You got an issue. You haven't gotten 15 offers accepted. Something's going on.
So that's one of the things. That's one of the items that we share all the time and like to chat about is that, the experienced agent like yourself is really taking care of the consumer at the point of initial consultation, right? I mean, because you're finding out all their needs, all their wants at that initial consultation stage, and it's going to make it a whole lot better because when you go out and show a property, you already know what they like, what they want, what their goals are. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, it makes sense, but you got to understand too that we're in the internet world now. So, I mean, I don't know how many online leads or different things get sent to me, or someone calls me and they saw me on Zillow or Redfin or Realtor or whatever, and hey, can you go show me a house?
Don't mention the other sites that they see you on.
What's that?
Don't mention the other sites that they might see you on.
Sorry about that. but
I'm kidding with you.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't call you. They text you. Can I go see this house? And say, yeah, well, how about we jump on a quick phone call right now? Well, I'm not available. I just want to see the house at 4:00. Okay, well, let's get on the phone, and talk about it first and see where we're at. Because, you go drive out 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes away, go show them a house and find out they aren't even ready to go. They're just kind of checking out, or they already have a realtor and the realtor wasn't available on a Sunday. So they thought they'd call you to take you away from your family.
So it's not, so we can change it from agent B to tour guide B.
Yeah, basically and they don't get in my car, but if they did, I'd be the Uber driver. I tell them that. I tell clients, I said, I'm not your Uber driver. Okay. We need to be ready to go. Don't go to the mall without your credit card if you want to shop. It makes no sense. But that's kind of what's happening though, and in the industry, it's just a lot of that. It's just people desperate to take buyers out or whatever it is, and they don't even have a conversation with them.
We're going to continue our conversation. We got the problem. Now we need the solution. We're going to talk with Agent B when we come back. We're going to also chat about a place to call home. Have you considered a condominium? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Oh, yeah, we've got a featured home also brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
What's your plan to beat inflation and protect and build your future wealth? If you're not sure, and if you would like to learn the secret of building wealth by utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you own a luxury home or planning to purchase one? If so, your home may be your largest asset, but your mortgage may also be your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team is offering amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates in the 3% and 15-year rates in the 2s. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com or call me directly. My number is 800-306-1990. Licensed under NMLS 217037. Equal housing lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Digest tells you exactly what the market believes about your property and what the county recorder knows about your property. Monthly email, you get it, comes right from our team. It is no cost to you. Compliments of Ron Siegel Radio. Looking for a place to call home? Consider a condominium. It's no secret that one of the top stories in today's real estate market is low housing supply, higher buyer demand. If you're a first-time home buyer looking for a starter home or someone who's interested in downsizing, it may be worth considering a condominium condo as a worthwhile option. In fact, trends indicate condos are gaining popularity among buyers. In the latest existing home sales report from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, the data shows condo sales rising throughout the first half of this year. And again, if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're able to see the chart that we've got on there right now. Gone from 39,000 in condo sales in January to 72,000 in June. Few reasons more and more people are opting to buy condos. The benefits of condo life can be quite compelling. Let's explore the main perks to find out if a condo is a good fit for you. Affordability. According to the NAR report, the median sales price of a condo is roughly $59,000 less than the median price of a single-family detached home. This makes condos a great option for first-time home buyers, those with limited down payments, or those looking to save money by downsizing. So that's a little bit of information there. Maintenance, a recent article from Bankrate adds low maintenance as another perk of a condo lifestyle. Generally, exterior maintenance for condos is handled by homeowners association. This can include things like landscaping and upholding a certain standard of cleanliness and condition for walkways, siding, and roofs. If you're looking for a lower maintenance option or see the appeal in being hands-off with upkeep, condos may be a good choice for you. With exterior maintenance off your plate, you'll have more time for yourself and your hobbies. Amenities. You can use that free time to enjoy some of the value-adding features your condo community may have, which could include dog parks, pools, rentable clubhouse, grilling areas for events, and more. If being able to host or attend community social outings is important to you, condos may give you more opportunities to enjoy the company of your neighbors. As a bonus, some condos even have gyms and on-site security teams. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Condos are a great option that often come with various features and benefits that may be important for your lifestyle. If you're looking for a home, that may be the time to think about a condo. Think about this concept. Compare the condo to what you're thinking about renting or leasing. I told you rents are due to go up, according to the Federal Reserve of New York, the New York Fed, 10%. Okay, so if that's the case, well, what are you thinking about your condo? You're getting a 2-bedroom apartment, but you won't consider a 2-bedroom condo. It's got to be a 4-bedroom house with a white picket fence and a pool. Doesn't make sense. Go for apples and apples. That's the real-time real estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. And oh yes, we've got something to give you, a gift from Ron Siegel Radio. So we're going to gift you our home buyer's guide. All you need to do is text HBG to 79564, HBG to 79564. Get a copy of the home buyer's guide. You can also visit rsrhbg.com, rsrhbg.com. Get a copy of our home buyer's guide, gift from Ron Siegel Radio to you. Let's continue our conversation. Agent B is in the house. EXP Realty is the name of the company. Just look them up under Agent B. It's easier to find them that way. So we're chatting about getting educated, buyers' expectations. So here's the issue, and we started talking about this in the last segment, is it's not about me, it's not about Agent B, it's about you, right? So when he says to you, don't go visit a house until you've gotten pre-approved, pre-underwritten, until the real estate professional has a chance to sit down and consult with you. Well, yeah, it is a little self-serving, right? Because he doesn't want to go wasting his time, but he doesn't want to waste your time. That's the key. Because here's the issue. If you're even thinking about buying a house, now I've been doing this for many, many decades. I won't even mention how many, many decades. But I've gone and visited houses. I go to broker caravans, and sometimes I've gone to a broker caravan and we'll look at a house that is a condo, maybe $400,000 or $500,000 condo, $600,000 condo in North Orange County. They are there, yes. Nice place. And we go and look at a couple more houses, and we end our broker tour, and I'm not a broker, but I go anyway. End the broker tour at a $2 million house. And I'm using the extremes here. But in my lifetime, I have not seen a $600,000 condo that's nicer than that $2 million house. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Maybe, I know, Brian, you've probably seen more properties than me. Have you seen many $600,000 condos that'll compare with the $2 million property?
Not around here.
No, doesn't happen. Now, let's dial that back a little bit. So say you've got that $600,000 budget and you go and look at a $900,000 house. You're still going to be disappointed when you start looking at your budget. So stay with your budget. That's why Brian said to you earlier in the last segment, get pre-approved, pre-underwritten, find out exactly what you can afford, then shop a little less. Am I catching that a little bit, Brian?
Well, I mean, that's a great point. It's not even that, but I've got buyers that they'll talk to a lender and they'll say, yeah, you're pre-approved for $650. We go look at the house. We go to put an offer on the house. And so they ask me, what would my monthly payments be at that? I'm like, you haven't talked to the lender about what your monthly payments would be? It's, and I've been on this show a bunch of times, and I say the same thing every time, that I've got clients that can afford a $5 million home, but they don't want the payments of a $5 million home. It's like, or I've got someone that can afford $800,000, but they want the payments of $600,000 because they don't understand what their monthly payments are, which is the most important thing. Because I can go out and buy a key thing, right? House today, but I don't want to pay $3, $4, $5 a month for it.
That's the whole thing right there, is you need to be able to afford the payments, right? Because you can do whatever you want, but I'd like to have a $5 million house too, especially if somebody else buys it for me or pays for it for me. Right? Now, here's a solution. Again, I like to solve problems, right? myfavouritelender.net, myfavouritelender.net, and the very top item on that tool is you're going to see a home loan calculator, right? So that's going to be a real simple thing. That way, when you go out with Brian, you can go out and you can just put in whatever you two talk about. I'm not in the real estate side of it, right? So I don't understand that part. I do understand that part, but I don't really deal with that. That's the realtor's job. You got to stay in your own lane, right? But the concept here is you want to go out and be able to say, okay, well, you're looking at a $600,000 house. We're going to make an offer for $620,000. You put that into the app, myfavoritelender.net, and it's going to tell you what your payment is right there on the spot, right? And if you're already pre-approved, pre-underwritten, you can actually print out a pre-approval letter that Brian can use to make that offer right there for you on the spot at that price. See, that's the issues. That's why you go to somebody like Brian, who's got a team of people that he works with. Right, Brian, you made the comment in the opening segment that some people on the seller side will say, you know something, I can put a sign in the yard and the property is going to sell. Right? What are you telling them?
Well, I mean, I tell them you're absolutely right. The property is going to sell, but the property is not going to negotiate. The property is not going to talk to you about your disclosures. The property is not going to be able to deal with the 5, 10, 15 personalities of the agents coming in the door. The property is not going to show the homes for you to make sure it's secure. The property is not going to have your best interest in mind. The property is just going to sit there and title is going to change. You know, do you have an escrow company that you use? Do you have a termite company that you use? Do you have a plumber that you use? Do you have, all those things you're going to need to actually sell this house? There's so much more involved in all those things. And are you selling at the right price? And do you really want to have 1 million people walking through the door just looking at your stuff?
Those are all great points. And the one thing that, in addition to that, I'm going to submit is this is California, right? And I know this is California, but here's the issue: is when you're in California, there's all kinds of laws against anybody, or there's all kinds of laws for everything. And one of the laws that's out there for everything is basically protecting buyers. Do you know what disclosures you need? Right, that's going to be a big issue as well. Is what are the disclosures? What are all those disclosures that are going to be mandated just for you to go out there and give that to the buyer? Right, and if you don't know them,
yeah, I remind sellers all the time. The number one reason a seller will get sued is the same number one reason why an agent will get sued, is because they don't disclose something properly. And you don't want to be on the other end of that. So.
Right, and I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV, but I will share with you, ignorance is not going to be a defense in court. Throw that out there for you. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, and we've got coming up. We're going to chat a little bit. We got that favorite home. MyFavoriteLender.net has a featured home for us today, and more of our discussion with Agent B, Brian Bartholomew. You can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
If you're listening to this program, building personal wealth is a topic you're familiar with, and you probably understand that making money is about creating a high income from a high-paying job or running a business, while building wealth, on the other hand, is about creating a stock of value that goes up over time. You've also probably noticed lately that prices for fuel, groceries, and raw materials are skyrocketing, while your monthly income remains flat. Welcome to Inflation 101. One of the fastest growing wealth building strategies is utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, like the equity in your home. Realty Pro 100 has been helping people like you increase their net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 per year. Now's the time to put your money to work for you and beat inflation. Learn more and start building your wealth by contacting Realty Pro 100. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Receive free information on how the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program works and if it's the right wealth building strategy for you. License DRE 02059058.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@ronsiegelradio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rate. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments, paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, 14945 Excelsior Drive, La Mirada. 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, a true gem. Great living and entertaining space is loaded with charm, beautiful wood floors, high wood beam ceilings, enhance the room. Eating area in the kitchen, separate bed and bath on one side of the home. Lovely quiet backyard with fruit trees, grass area, terracotta tile patio, perfect for entertaining. Home is walking distance to Escalona Elementary School, La Mirada Regional Park, La Mirada Theater, shopping, and close to Biola University. Hey, it's brought to us by Paula Barrett. She's got the listing on this property. Price is listed at $698,000. Let's take a look at some financing options on here, and you're seeing those on the screen again if you're watching us. RonSiegelRadio.tv or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed. Let's take a look at it. $27.52 a month with 3.5% down. $23.54 a month with 20% down. Strategically, we're looking at $21.03 a month with 25% down. Again, that's the strategy. That does not include taxes, insurance, HOA, mortgage insurance, any of those good things. Got to add that to it. And for those of you keeping score, compliance people, yes, it is a 3.73 APR, 3.057 APR, and 2.84 APR, NMLS 217037. That is the featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, myfavoritelender.net. Give me a call at 800-306-1990 if you want more information about this property or any that we discuss on Ron Siegel Radio. I will put you in touch with a great real estate professional in your area. And if it's in the North Orange County area, Brian Bartholomew, Agent B, is one of the best out there. So we are continuing our conversation with Brian. So one of the fun things that I talk about on a regular basis is and I love this, and we always like to solve problems. In the last segment, we were chatting about that person that goes out and has no idea what their mortgage payment would be at a certain price. And I get it, right? I mean, you're not in the mortgage world. You're looking out there for buying a house, want to know if you can afford it. Well, during the break, we just went real quick and set up briansfavoritelender.com. briansfavoritelender.com goes right to a mobile app. And that app will give you access to get that mortgage payment and contact the team, get a loan application if you want to. We'll put a link so it'll go right to Brian as well. So all that good information can be right there on the mobile app. So just another free gift from your friends at Ron Siegel Radio. So we were chatting in the last segment. We talked a lot about sellers. We've talked to the first couple segments. We talked about buyers. The last segment we talked about sellers, and we were talking about getting in trouble, right? Legal trouble. And yes, you can put that sign out in the middle of your yard. That's fine. And I must admit, back in probably about 1989, I probably did that. It was this hot market, put a sign out in the yard, sold my house, and made a significant mistake. I made about $60,000 in profit at I think a $20,000 error. So think about that concept. Wouldn't that be fun? Right now, now back then, Brian, we don't have that many condos in Anaheim Hills that are right around 200,000. I think it was right in that range. But 200,000, give or take, would I pay an agent more or less on a $200,000 sale at that time than $20,000?
You're going to pay them a lot less.
Right? It would have saved me a boatload of money, right?
Absolutely.
And that's
I just sat down at the table the other night with somebody on a condo that's in Roland Heights, and we talked about, and their condo's worth, like $350. And she's asking me about what my fees are and those type of things. And I said, look, is it worth it to pay these fees to make more money? I can't say the word guaranteed, but I don't even have the average in front of me, but what's the average FSBO, the average for sale by owner, make less than if they listed it? Something like, it's like
last time I heard. Yeah, the last time I heard the number, and I might be way off, but the last number I heard was about you net 14% more money when you go with an agent than if you try and do it on your own.
So do that on a $600,000 home. It's $90,000 difference.
Right.
So would you rather pay commissions, even a full 6% commission? Would you rather pay $36,000 to make $90,000?
I'll do that all day.
Not pay it and make zero more.
Can I write a check right now to you for 36, and then you can give me the difference?
That's exactly right. But that's what people think. It's just like we talked at the very beginning. I'm looking at our live tracker now. 52 minutes and 30 seconds ago, we talked about how it's just great to be in real estate right now. So it's the easiest thing ever type of thing. It's just hot. It's just people don't understand the skill it takes to be a good realtor in this market. And I hope people feel that I'm a good realtor. I know a lot of good realtors out there, and I know the ones I like to work with, and it takes a lot of skill to be there and understand not only what's best for you, but what's going to work best for you. Because sometimes
I'm going to throw out there one other thing, Brian. Yeah. Let me throw one other thing out there, because not only is it skill, it's experience. Because I would venture to guess that you still have your share of speed bumps in transactions.
Absolutely.
Yep. Fair. My second assumption or assertion is that you've probably seen a lot of them before and you know how to navigate them. That'd be fair?
Yeah, and you don't panic when they come up. That's the other thing.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, absolutely. That's the key to it right there, is you understand how to navigate those. And it's a big benefit to having someone like that on your side. And I hear these crazy commercials right now because I'm a radio junkie. I'm in my car a lot. And you hear about these guys talking about doing it for nothing. Do you really think anybody works for nothing? Right? Your loans aren't coming for nothing. Your realtor isn't coming for nothing. You're going to give up something. And I'm going to throw it out there because Brian won't. Right? So you're going to pay you're going to get what you pay for. Right? If you're looking for cut rate, Walmart is a great place to go get shirts. Right? If I go to Nordstrom, they're going to probably last me a little longer. At my size, I go to M. Taylor because they're custom made. Right? You get what you pay for. And that's going to be the same issue when you're dealing with a real estate professional, which is, by the way, for probably 95% of us, the largest investment we're going to ever make in our lives, the largest liability we're ever going to take on in our lives. Did I miss something there, Brian?
No, I mean, I agree 100%. Why aren't you paying the most amount of money for the most important thing? It's like it drives me crazy because I see it all the time. I mean, you look through the MLS as an agent, you see, what commissions are being offered and different things like that, and you're going like, what's happening right now with people trying to grab listings, and then you take clients to those listings, and the whole process is just a nightmare. And
hey, how about let's find? Here's the other one. Maybe we could go and find the least expensive cardiologist we could probably find. Right? I mean, it's important. You need a heart. Well, some of us don't have a heart, but or are told we don't have a heart. But the issue is, hey, if you're going to need a surgery, you're not looking for the cheapest. You're looking for the best. If you're dealing with the most expensive, the biggest asset of your family, you want the best.
Well, it's like yesterday. I'm watching Armageddon was on TV, and there's that scene. I think it's Steve Buscemi or whatever his name is. He says right now we're sitting on top of something with like 175,000 moving parts that was built by the lowest bidder. We should feel great about this. It's just like,
hey, great. Yeah, exactly. Great information. As always, we ask you set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you want to meet any of our guests, if you want me to introduce you to Agent B, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. Talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.